Hey HTC, Pastor Matt here. Welcome to our daily devos. Today we are in Philippians chapter 2, verses 28 to 30. We're kind of picking it up from yesterday where we were talking about a man named Epaphroditus. And Paul continues and he says, "Therefore I am all the more eager to send Epaphroditus, so that when you see him again you may be glad and I may have less anxiety. So then welcome him in the Lord with great joy, and honor people like him, because he almost died for the work of Christ. He risked his life to make up for the help you yourselves could not give me." He's not slamming the Philippians for saying, "Why didn't you come out here and help me?" He's saying, "I know that it was not possible for you to make the journey to come out, but you sent a representative. You sent Epaphroditus, and he was a huge blessing to me." Paul takes time to mention Epaphroditus, who in so many ways serves as an example of one who is living out the heart and the character of God. He is a living, breathing example of Jesus himself. And people like this are not only worthy of imitation, but they are also worthy of honor. He says you should honor people like this. Paul has also already provided the characteristics of this type of person early in verses 3 and 4. These types of people are not selfishly ambitious. They are not vainly conceited. They're humble. They value others above themselves, and they don't look to their own interests, but they're always looking to the interests of others. Epaphroditus is an example of this kind of humble, Christ-like service. Paul describes him as his brother, his co-worker, a fellow soldier, as well as a messenger sent to care for Paul's needs. We see that in verse 25. And Paul is saying, I love having this guy around. He's such an encouragement to me. But I'm sending him back to you, Philippians, because I know that you love him too. And when you see him again, I know that you'll be glad. The reality is that Epaphroditus had traveled well over 5,000 miles to get to Paul. Having left Philippi and traveled to Rome, he risked his life in order to serve Paul in prison. In fact, Paul said that he even became ill and almost died in his endeavors, but that God had mercy on him and spared his life. And now he's finally recovered and he's able to go back to Philippi and be a blessing to those who know him and who love him and who miss him. And from the way that Paul describes this guy, he is a man who is a true blessing to have around wherever he went. The people of Philippi had felt that, so much so that they entrusted this guy to go and to be the same for Paul. Paul felt that firsthand as he's in a Roman jail cell. And so the question is, do you have an Epaphroditus in your life? Do you have someone who is like a brother, who stands alongside you like a brother or like a sister, who labors alongside you in the ways of the Lord, who is a co-worker? Who fights alongside you as a fellow soldier, fighting the good fight of the faith, and is a messenger who can come and care for your needs. I don't know about you, but I need these kinds of people in my life. And the reality is that we also need to be these kinds of people in the lives of others. Someone who would help bring strength and joy to the journey. And so today, in light of the example of Epaphroditus, maybe this is our prayer. Lord, make us this way. Make us a people who would be an encouragement like him, that would be able to come alongside and bring strength and joy in the journey as we walk out our lives in faith.